Hello there everybody, Oymon here, and welcome back to House Flipper 2. When we last left off, we were down here in the basement, trying to get the kitchen to look at least vaguely like what it looks like in the thing, which is kind of close, kind of not. It's sort of variable. It is what it is on that front. Hey Jagoth, welcome. So yes, we were down here in the basement, and one of the things we were doing was trying to get this surface to look good, which just tricky, very tricky. I mean, it is kind of annoying that there's just nothing that looks really good. I don't know. Oh. Always pressing the wrong button. Come on, back. No, back. There we go. Yeah, I still want to try and find, because that's what I was using. I think I was using that and making it dark, but it's. I think the problem I have with that is it's kind of shiny. I don't know if. That's at least not shiny. It's not quite as speckled though. Make it slightly greener, perhaps? That's a little closer, actually. Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, I like that. Like that a lot. Oh yeah, we got the ceiling to do too. Yeah, I didn't like how smooth and shiny this looked. It just struck me as wrong. Okay, so okay, next up. Ooh, don't know if that opens the wrong way or not. I'll need to check that. Right. So we got, yeah, the floor looks a little better. Again, it's not perfect, but it's actually close. I do quite like that. Okay. Now, I don't know if we do have pallets. Ooh. Maybe I need to move that door. So we know there's at least two. Are there any more? Whoops, wrong one. Are there any more anywhere else in here? I know I've seen more than just those two. I also might need to shrink them, but I don't think I can. Yeah, and then there was just one sort of leaning against the wall there. That's cool. Well, I'm glad we do actually have the pallets. That's neat. I think I need to move the door. Not 100% accurate, but it's close enough. And we got you. Maybe just have it straight. Good. Good. Close enough at least. Alright. So like a big ass double fridge here. I'm assuming that's a, well, it's a freezer. It's probably a fridge freezer. I don't think we've got a fridge like that. No, but we do have doubles. It's not terrible. We could always just get two of these. Stand them next to each other. That's close because you've got the small section and then the big section. That's not a terrible idea. Can we... and we can swap those around. Interesting. The handles look different, of course, but not a terrible way to go. We need to make it a kind of beigey color. There we go. It's not as tall, but there's very little I can do about that. It's a fridge. It counts. Right. Now, in terms of shelving, we got a single, then a double with a sink, a double, a cooker, then a single, which is probably way too much for along here, but let's see what we can get. It's pretty basic stuff. you do horizontal handles or are they all vertical? They are all absolutely vertical. Like, what? Why don't you have horizontal? Okay, never mind. Okay, so we know we need, what was it, 2 of those? We also need a single. Yeah, that's Vanamo. I think it was a single, 2 doubles. Oh no, a single, a double, a sink, then a double, then a cooker. So a single, a double, sink, then a double, then a cooker. See, it's now I realize I may not have made this room quite as long as it should have been. It's fine, it'll be totally fine. Do we have one with a sink? I stand fucking corrected. I made that be... Okay, that is fucking scary. That is... I know it doesn't go up to the end on that, but the fact that it goes up to the end on this is fucking terrifying. Oh, there are smaller ones, actually. If we could... Maybe that would work better. We had them all being thin. I know they don't look thin in the thing. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, the fact that it all fit in was quite nuts. Oh, there you go. That's a little closer. Again, not perfect. I think I made this room too small. But I literally don't have the opportunity to adjust it now. Oh well. Because I've said before that the basement of the mansion tends to cheat. Single, double, double. So I think... I can't quite tell. Hang on. Okay, I am sure that perspective cheats. Because you look at this, like I'm... Oh, maybe not. Maybe it just looks like it is. Because you got single, double, double, and then just as we cross, should be hitting, I think, another double in terms of hanging ones. we have... I think like fence? No, what are the, I'm going to need to buy one of those for the top of this as well. That's what I'm thinking about it. I don't know what it would be. Electronics? Hood. Big industrial one looks better. Well, it looks kind of like that, doesn't it? Big cooker thing. Yeah, I don't even think there is an actual oven underneath there. I think it's just a hob, and I think there's more shelving underneath that. But, I guess you don't need to cook food, do you? Apparently not. Right. Okay, so we put all those in. Now we can adjust colors. Okay, so as far as I can see, it's all about the same color as... Okay. Maybe just... kind of looks a bit like that. It's not perfect, but again, making do with what I can. Now we gotta put a bloody table in here. At least there's not much down there. Is there anything down there? I know there's usually a dead zombie, but... Nope. Okay. So we've got 2 tables, much like this. Shorter one and a longer one. Actually, that one looks like it's got bloody drawers and stuff underneath it. Oh, it does. You can see the handles. Huh. Maybe... Maybe we should just build a table and leave it at that. No one's going to notice the handles. Right. Not bad. We just move it a little bit. Just a little. There we go. You can still get around. You got the two tables. That's close enough. It's close enough. Lovely. It's close enough. It's close enough. Right. First, I don't think the door opens that way anyway, but... Oh. Oh, no, there we go. Which way do you open up, actually? Oh no, you do open that way. Huh, I'm genuinely surprised. Okay, so this... Oh, that reminds me. I didn't put any lights down. Where the hell were the lights? I don't think the lights are shown. I mean, based on the reflection, there's probably one right above the table. Is that a light there? On the left side of the wall? That could be a light. There is also a vent, like a extractor fan thing, above the door, which is quite odd. It does make me wonder, like, what the fuck is the point of these corridors? I mean, I know that you need to go through them after the fight, you know, the second fight with the giant snake. Why are they actually there? Do it. No, close enough. Yeah, I really don't know if that's like a light switch. Like a light switch. A light on the left there. It kind of looks like a fluorescent light, like a light tube kind of thing, but I don't know. That being said, looking at the reflections, I think there's two strip lights on the ceiling. Unfortunately, well, yeah, that kind of stuff. And I think it's the idea that there's like one here-ish. And based on this, I'd say one here. Because if you look at the table, you can definitely see the two lights. One is obvious because it's that sort of weird square right in front of you. A little to the left of that, sort of partially blocked off by the stained wood board, there's definitely another one there. And if you look at the reflection of the cabinets up there, you can definitely see two light sources. Yeah. In fact, gotta talk about attention to detail. No, maybe not. I thought for a split second I saw two shadows, but no, actually no, there isn't. There is just the one. I mean, there is one source of light. Can't trust your character shadow because that's just a dot underneath where they are. But you can yeah, I think we'll go with the two. Right, sorry, now we can go back to... I really don't like this door, by the way. I'm going to get rid of this because it's not a very good door. I want a better door. Better. Right, okay, so we've definitely got... And I'm fairly certain these two rooms are roughly the same, so we could definitely do one and then the other. So we got some skirting. Okay. We do indeed want... like a concrete slab option? There is just concrete. We can then do that and then that. Make it as big as possible. Close enough. I know the alignment doesn't work quite right, but that's not something I can change. The alignment will be what it is, unfortunately. Okay, so we got kind of painted old plaster, but in a kind of bluish color. Okay, can we see what the ceiling looks like at all? Not well, it looks just kind of plain. Okay. Let's see. Firstly, looks like there's one up top too. Great. I do hate this because then I have to just like rotate it again afterwards. It's very annoying. But it is what it is. The things we do for perfection. Snap the grid, please. Good. Whoa. All right. Now, now let's. Yep. Stop it. I think just some basic grayish concrete should be fine. Not too shabby, I would say. Okay, now we need some lights. The hell happened here? What the hell? Don't know what happened there. Weird. Okay. Excuse me. Ooh, the neck. I think that's too high up. Sadly, I cannot put in a ladder. So you have to think. You get ladder scaffolding. That's not exactly the same. Hmm. This made me think actually I can go up that ladder. Not something I considered, but I can. Sure, why not? So yeah, the walls are kind of destroyed plaster. There's no lights in here, which is, I think, supposed to be the point. Close enough. Can't see the ceiling in this room at all, but you know what, for the sake of argument, I'm going to assume... Why are you blinking down there? What is your problem? Let's just assume it looks the same. And the floor... I mean, I always got the vibe the floor was like moss. And moss is an option for me. I can do moss. Decorative moss. Looks two-dimensional as fuck, but whatever. I'm gonna take a wild stab. No, there are no graves. You know what? I'm not shocked. Okay, well that's the basement done. That's brilliant. So yeah, next up is, well, up. Well, that is a light. Oh well. Actually, no, I don't want to go through that door. I want to go up the lift. Okay. Excellent. Is that a window? I really can't tell if that's meant to be a window, because those could be like curtains either side of a window there. I really cannot tell. It is so hard to infer why something is there when it's right on the end of your vision. Okay, well, we've definitely got reddish floorboards. Looks like the standard floorboard pattern. Nice. That's a start. Okay. And it also looks like... Okay, so that's that, and then let's see now. Yeah, the walls are kind of just like dirty, I guess. Kind of mottled. Maybe they're marbled. Could they be marbled or could they just be dirty? I can't tell. Are they? Is it marble or is it dirt? Coming to a TV station near you. Because it almost looks like this. It really does. Yeah, okay. Yeah, very weird lights. If you lived here, would you invite all your friends to stay rent-free? I don't know. Let's wait until what it looks like when I've decided what we're going to renovate first. Because don't forget, once I've done this, the next step is going to be... the next step is going to be creating a completable map. I've already been having some ideas about exactly what I'm going to plan out. Because I've never actually, like, created, like, a quest in this. Objective 1, OSHA compliance. Well, at least you haven't got to worry about the basement having a lab. Because it's just a mansion. And I need a good shot of the ceiling. And I don't have a good shot of the ceiling. Because fuck my life, I guess. See, that's why I don't think they're windows, because you get this here, and then you get this one here, which is this one obviously next to you there. Now, I don't think it's a window. I think that's why this room has so many lights in it. Okay, where's the best place I see the ceiling from? Honestly, kind of that room. Or shot, I suppose. That's a nice framing. And the ceiling... kind of looks like that sort of greenish concrete. I really can't tell. Actually, it looks kind of bluish. Maybe it's that, but blue. Nice. Oh, that's about as good as we're going to get it on this. Because obviously we can't do the curtains because for some reason House Flipper 2 doesn't do curtains. In fact, to this day is still pissing people off. Anyway, it's 4 o'clock. I need to go to the bathroom. Back in a minute, guys. Okay, and we are back. I forgot to go into the menu, but whatever there. Okay, so we're in a room that is wood. Actually, that reminds me, which way does the door... oh, we'll do that in a minute. Yeah, wood. Wood. We are looking for... mahogany? I haven't the faintest idea what the ceiling looks like in this room. Literally no sign of it. Well, in that case, we are just going to have to make a guess. And that's as good a guess as any. Nice, we got a chair, we got a couple full of shells. Don't know if I can just do that. Chair, seats, close enough. Shelves. As it happens, I think maybe that works. Is there a light in this room? Again, I don't know. I don't see any shadow. Oh no, there's kind of a shadow for the chair. I think there is a light. It's probably a very small light. I'm literally looking at shadows to work out where lights are in a room. Jesus Christ. Nice basic little doodad. It goes outwards. Goody goody gumdrops. Goes the long way round, but it does at least open the right way. That's something. Alright. Okay, let's see. Well, what is with the why is the light freaking out? Yeah, the light engine is really starting to mess up. Not a good sign. Oh well, is what it is. Okay, so we've got kind of like blue marble, I guess. Blue stone of some kind. Wrong button. That's the wrong button too. There's definitely some light around here that's blinking and flashing. And that's what's causing the lighting engine to play up. I think it might even be a distance thing, like it doesn't know whether it needs to be on or off. Hang on, let me turn you off. Maybe that's the culprit. Not really. Well, that's better. Still not sure which one it was, but it's better. Is it you? No, not that. Was it you? Maybe it was just too many lights. I may run around and turn all the lights off. I'm wondering if all this lighting is kind of playing havoc with the engine. It's not going to bother me, of course, but not having to render so many lights in one building might be for the best. I may be pushing this engine to its limits right now, and I'm not even halfway done with the build. Which is a worry, I will admit. Bit of a worry. You'd think they'd have tested for this. Then again, I suppose I shouldn't really have been such a power hog and left all this stuff on. I suppose that's on me in a way. Okay, so that's that. When I said all the lights, I meant all of the lights. Every single one. Should at least take the edge off. Nice. Shouldn't really have had to do that in the first place, but hey ho, whatever. Oh good, the lighting engine isn't glitching the fuck out now. That's good to know. Okay. Right, so we got the floor down and we've got... Not quite sure what colour wood that is. I think it's like a dark reddish. I don't know, this room is very dark. I can barely tell. Put in you. Whew. Oh, so that's only half the job. Time to... No, not resize. One thing after another. Right. Of course, then we've got to do the kind of... I don't know if that's supposed to be like marble on the wall or if it's just supposed to be stains. That really is like the game we play here. Like, is it marble or is it just stained? I don't know. That's fairly accurate. Alright, time to grab some lights again. At least these ones are off. that's that. I'm really not sure. Because these just look... Because this corridor is completely fucking pointless. It's like the one corridor you never need to go in the entire game. Like, ever. But, yeah, so... I think those are supposed to be like lampshades, but without the lamps. I don't know, I'm just going to put a couple of lights here and leave it at that. Alright, another one done. Library time. Okay, Hold on. A thought occurs. One moment. I think the library is slightly taller as a room. You know what? I'm not going to bother changing it now. Screw it. Don't care. I mean, I could. It does look taller, doesn't it? Sorry, once I start focusing on the roofs and stuff, I tend to get a little distracted. Well, we could just increase the height of this room ever so slightly. If I just... get rid of you and get rid of you in just a sec. Now, I am fairly certain it is exclusively just this room, but the other two rooms near here are not as tall, so it's just this one room. That's fine. You're 10. You're 6. Maybe... Alright, let's try something different. Nope, not that. You know what? That's good enough, I think. Not perfect, but then no one's really going to look at the roof, so who the hell cares? Alright, okay, so we made it taller. That's very good. We got... Y... We got a weird just random pillar there. I don't really know why that's a thing. Okay, oh, I think I know why that pillar's there. That pillar's there to stop you pushing that in the wrong direction. That's it. That's the only reason that pillar's there. It's for gameplay purposes, of course. Silly me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay. So, walls are definitely marble. Not sure how I'm gonna get those lines. Like, those things are extremely thin. Okay, so yeah, the walls are definitely like marble. So we'll put that in first. Maybe not that. A little too busy. That's a little better. It's not quite right, but it's better. Okay. Could stand to do a bit paler, but it's not terrible for what it is. Sorry, just trying to work out what the ceiling is. And the floor, for that matter. Because the floor has obviously got like a tiled pattern without actually being tiled. So it's probably just more marble. I think that's the sun. I'm like, why is there a giant arch light there? Oh yeah, that's probably the sun. That's fairly close, actually. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, very good. Now, how do we get... It's little corner bits, I'm like, how in the heck am I going to pull that off? Because I could just... Where was the... No... This. Right. Now I place that there. Oh. We edit it to be, black basically. We then rotate and then stretch it. Oh yeah, we need to resize, don't we? I mean, that kind of works. That one for there, that one for there. 1, 2 for there. And is it 1, 2? I can't tell. One for that corner, one there, one there, one there. Hold up. Okay. That's good. Now we need, yeah, okay. This is gonna take a while. Because I can stretch them to the right size afterwards. do it. God damn it. Okay. How many? 1, 2, 4. Really? Okay, I feel like this room is too big, but whatever. I think we do that. That'll do it. Do. Alright, and we got that wall over there, which is really difficult because I don't get a good angle on it. There's definitely one that comes down in the middle of the doorway. And there's one halfway between that and that pillar. Which I don't think I can do the pillar. I mean, well, I can do a pillar, but I can't do one that looks like that. I think I may just ignore that. Now it's not accurate, but I think it'll be bloody easier if I do. Also, I've noticed it's 5:10. Yeah, I'm going to go for a quick break, and we'll finish up this when I get back. We may actually get this half of the map done today. That would be nice. Or at the very least, we'll get incredibly close to it. Anyway, back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay, let's get these into position. I'm really on the fence about whether or not I want to try to find a way to make that pillar. I probably could, but it'd have to be about halfway. Hang on a second. How long is this? 34, half of which is 17. So we'd have to be about there. And then I think looks like a kind of smooth concrete kind of look. No, definitely not smooth. Yeah, let's do that. Shrink it down by 1. No matter if it's 100% in the middle, as long as it's close enough. Now, alright, now we can make them all longer. Not 100% perfect, it doesn't have those weird triangle bits at the bottom, but you know what? It's so bloody close, I don't care. Nice. Okay, that's surprisingly pretty decent. Alright. One more thing. Glad these things can overlap with each other. Bloody useful, I tell you. You know what? It's bloody close enough, I'll take it. Right. Took an age and a half, but I think we got there in the end. Okay, so we have a tiny little desk. Time to put some furniture in. So it's a desk, and I think there's like a light on it. I really can't tell. No, not that. No, I can't tell, but I think it's just a desk with a light on it. Wrong button. Alright, so that's that. Okay, so we've got bookshelves. Close enough. Thing is, this thing's nowhere near big enough. Technically more than there is in the game, but those ones are bigger, so I think I'm just cramming more into a same space. They're definitely wider. They're also double-sided, but there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, theoretically I could, but I don't know. Would that? I mean, they're double-sided, but you also can't see through them, so, you know. I mean, they're closer. I just hate the fact you can see through them. There's no way to get like a back on them because they're supposed to be up against a wall. And there's no version of that has a back. Well, okay then. I think we'll call that, well, almost done. Is that a seat or is that a desk? I really can't tell. I genuinely don't know if that's supposed to be a seat or a desk. A tiny, tiny wee little desk. Or if it's supposed to be like a stool, because it looks like it's covered in wood, but that could easily just be like, you know, red felt on a cushion or something, and it just didn't translate through the rendering process. I'm going to assume, considering this is a library, that it's a stool. Do we have any? Oh yeah, we got that. I imagine it's like a felt cushion, seeing as it's matching. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of what I was thinking too. That it's like a kind of a red thing, kind of like that. Something like that. Anyway, let's get into here because I think this room's going to be simpler than the other. Alright, so we've got weird like paneling on those walls. What is that? Ugh. Small room, I said. Simple, I said. I was wrong, I say. Looks like kind of a wood paneling sort of thing, but not sure. I don't think I can get the intricate design pattern on it, which is unfortunate, but you gotta make do with what you got. There. That reminds me, I didn't put any lights in the library. I couldn't see any. Okay. Maybe I could do it like this. Oh, this would take way too bloody long, but we could, theoretically, we could do that. And I could set up a whole bunch of like squares along here as we do this, that, the other. That would be really fucking annoying, but it's theoretically possible. Another way to do it could be... Can we gain access to, I wonder? Can you hold that thought just one hot second? I'm gonna drop that there a second. Are you actually kidding me right now? Really? It just wasn't in the bloody window section? For crying out loud. Huh. That is exactly what I was looking for an age and a half ago, and it wasn't in the bloody window section, which is why I never found it. Well, that looks a lot nicer. A lot more accurate, too. Sure, why not? Anyway... That to there. Weird that you guys are right up against the wall and yet you ones aren't. Now why is that? I don't know. That is actually pretty fucking accurate. Like, seriously, that's pretty damn good. Oh, we got tiles on the floor. Got squares. We got small little squares. That is too dark. That's a bit more like it. Hey, well there we go. That's actually pretty damn good. Like, I really like it when you can just kind of half put things in walls like that. That's just great. And that's where the helipad would be if I had one. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about as good as we're going to get. I know technically there's that sort of pattern on the things up top, but yeah, I ain't doing that. Oh, yeah, we need to put the furniture and stuff in. Okay, bookshelf, 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 bookshelf. Bookshelf, 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 bookshelf. What am I looking for? Is that supposed to be like a table next to it? What is that? I don't know, can't interact with it. That's weird. I'm not even sure what kind of table that is next to the bookshelf there. It's an odd-shaped one, that's what it is. You know, I have something equally as odd. Close enough. Now I don't think we can get a table that looks anything like the one in there. So I'm afraid we'll just have to do next best thing. That's very much too small. See, I wish I could get the base from that, but with a square top. But there's not an option for that. We could just make it a round one. Who the fuck cares, right? Oh yeah, lights. I didn't do any lights in this room. Hold on. So it looks like there's a big central light in the room. Although not visible, based on the shadows, it's above, right below where Chris is. Big, 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 big central light. Alright, and then that leaves us with one room left over here, which is going to be tricky. The room is, in and of itself, tricky. A lot more bookshelves. Actually, it's mostly bookshelves. I should probably be alright with that, actually. Yeah, unfortunately, we are out of time for today. So, we are doing well. This is the... I think this is the last room on the west side of the building. I don't think there's any other rooms I've forgotten or missed. Got all of that, all of that. Obviously, we got all of that. Got that room, that room. This room, obviously. I love that I managed to find the right kind of bloody window for that, although... That door. Might need to resize. No, not that way, huh? If there's a way... Can we, like, move you... there? A little more. Pretty much perfect. That's lovely. Nice. Nice. That's actually pretty damn good, actually. I think that could still be moved just a teensy bit more. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Don't worry, ignore me. Yeah, that's good. That's wonderful. I wonder if I should move that back now. Close enough. No one will notice. Someone will notice. Someone always notices. Anyway, yeah, as I said, sorry. I'm going to have to leave it here for today because it is 6. I gotta go. It's food time and I'm hungry. So, this is going well. So, one more left on the west wing. Then we can get started on the east wing. This is going to take me at least... I'm going to be here for at least another 3 months, I think, working on this. This project has ended up being way bigger than I was expecting it to be. It's also going to be interesting once we actually like get to the bit where we've got to start making quests and stuff. Like, that's going to be interesting. I've never done that, obviously, so no idea how the hell it works or how you set things out. And of course, not only that, I've got to work out what I want it to look like at the end of the quest too, so that'll be fun. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!